All right, welcome to a very special episode 100. I think I'm gonna try. So I don't got much time today. I've been doing all kinds of errands today, and then I've got to go take Andy to. We're going to a haunted house tonight, and I got to leave in an hour, so can't get too much done. But I'm gonna try to get. I'm gonna try to get the vulture up and running. Not the vulture, the pterodactyl. I'm gonna see if we can get the pterodactyl going. So I think we should have. Where is this? Joust sprites. Where is this? Desktop, maybe? No. Joust references. Joust sprites. Oh, well, you know what? We've got a pterodactyl reference right here. So we're gonna open that. Okay. So here's the deal. Okay, we've got to do. So looky here. We use the marquee tool. What is that? 24 by 16. So. Come on. My pen is out. Whatever, 24 by 16. But we need the 1 pixel buffer, right? In front of. Actually, yeah, do we have it in front of our character or behind our character? This was my own ostrich artwork I made back. That was the first iteration of Joust, and then I decided to try to remake it myself. I'm just gonna open up this. So it looks like we give ourselves the pixel buffer at the very front. Yep, and then it ends right on there. So let's give ourselves, if this is 24 wide, we need the pixel buffer giving it to be 25. And then 25 times 4 is going to be 100, so we need our canvas size to be 100. Okay. Canvas size. And instead of 96, we give ourselves 1 more pixel on every sprite, and then we'll place it correctly. We need 1 pixel buffer, and then we need 1 pixel buffer, then we need 1 pixel buffer. And again, we just do this. We just make sure 24, 16, okay. So I guess there's our pixel buffer. Okay. And then we need to delete the black so it's transparent. Why is our background orange? Why? Why is our background orange? See, look at this. This is background is transparent. Background color is zeros. Background color is zeros. So why? Why when I erase it goes black and not clear? What the heck, man? What's going on? Give me a break, homie. Really? Oh my God. I'm driving myself crazy. Sprite background, not transparent. Right click, click delete layer. Yeah, do you add another layer? New layer. Dude. Layer, new layer. Now, I want to copy all of this. Bro. Marquee tool. Why? Why is it not selecting? I'm losing my mind. Why is this? Why can't this just work? Never had this problem. I'm starting from scratch. New 100 by 16 transparent background. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna marquee everything. Put it here. Now I'm going to deselect Magic Wand tool and delete, and it's transparent now. I don't know what the hell. Whatever. We just need delete these, and then we'll give the Pterodactyl our own color scheme. So, I think I'm going to keep that brown. I think I like that brown. I think it'd be cool to do like a teal or a cerulean Pterodactyl. Does that look okay? That looks kind of wild. I kind of like it. Maybe just a darker green for the beak and stuff. That's wild. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, maybe a darker blue. And then a brighter red. And less saturated green. I don't know. That's too bright, huh? Way too bright. I'm sure there's a better way to do this, but I don't know. Yeah, I like the slightly brighter red. So the idea is it cycles through these first three whenever it's alive. And the last one only when it's dead. I think it should be like a brownish beak. It looks too heroic, that color, you know? It needs to be... It should be evil looking, and I'm not sure the blue is getting that across. And the darker yellow helps. Yeah, that's actually looking pretty sick, actually. I kind of like the blue now, with this darker yellow. Okay, yeah, I like that. So there's our pterodactyl. We're gonna look up how to spell pterodactyl. Did I spell it right? Yeah. So I'm gonna save this. Save as. Pix. Pterodactyl atlas.png. PNG. Pterodactyl atlas. Nice. Okay. So now let us find our pterodactyl. Make sure it's in here. Nice. I really like that blue actually now, with that darker beak. So what we do is in our main, we go to our other atlases and we give ourselves a new atlas, and it's Pterodactyl atlas. We give it a new image object at the directory of all the other ones, just with the correct file name. Pterodactyl atlas PNG. Okay. Did I spell that right? It looks wrong every time I look at it. P-T-E-R-O, P-T-E-R-O, okay. Till, okay. So we've got a Pterodactyl atlas now. We need to give ourselves a new class so we can spawn pterodactyls. So here in our source folder, I'm going to make a new file. How do I make a new file here? New file, and I'm going to save it as Pterodactyl.lua. And if I save that in our source, it gives us a Pterodactyl Lua, and class naming conventions have all caps at the beginning instead of camel case, so that's why that. And then we can start writing our class. We know we need 3 things. We need an init function. We need a function first of all, we need to import our class. Since Lua doesn't have classes by nature, we have this class, this thing, that basically makes classes inside Lua, so we need to say Pterodactyl gets a class with curly braces. And then we need I hate typing the word pterodactyl, so pterodactyl : init. Is that right? And then we need an update function, which we update via DT. And then we need a render function that will do all the drawing. And if we save that, take a look at our ostrich class, we'll see at the top here, we've got ostrich gets class with curly braces, then init. Yeah. So yeah, we should be good on that. We will need an X and a Y. We don't really need width and a height as parameters because the instantiation will take care of that. You know, every pterodactyl can be the same width and height, so we don't have to worry about that. We might need it depends how we want to spawn the pterodactyl. I think we don't want it coming from the same place every single time or the same direction every time. So we might want to give it, and this is all just decisions that can go either way. Like we can either incorporate this as a parameter, or upon instantiation we can set the things that we want to be different. So I don't know what we want to do. I don't know, what do we want to do? I feel like just an X and Y, because I don't want to really decide if they're facing left or right, because the DX has more to do with that. You know, if they're spawning on the left, moving to the right, we would want them facing right. Yeah, I don't know. It's all just what's up to us. So I guess we can just say self X. You know, we can always add it afterwards. So we're just gonna say that our parameter X gets moved into our self X field. Same with our Y. Then we need a self.width, which is a 24. And then we need a self.height, which is a 16. And we need a self.facing right boolean. We'll just set it to true, whatever. If it's moving left, we'll have to do that in the update function or whatever, but facing right, and then we also need like a self-exploded, right? Because you can kill the pterodactyl. We would need a dx. We can put that up here. Self.dx. And then we probably need a dy as well. And then what else? We need to give it the atlas, right? We need a quad. So that we can draw the different frames. Then we need some sort of animation system for it to cycle through, and then we need let's give ourselves a self. How do we do this in our ostrich class? The atlas gets self atlas gets player atlas. So we'll say self atlas gets pterodactyl atlas. Oh, and you know what? We actually need to, in our dependencies, we need to require our class. It's called okay, something like that. So we're requiring that class, and then we're assigning our atlas pterodactyl. I'm just going to copy it over, honestly. Copy. Okay. And then we need a new quad. What do we call our quad in our ostrich? Oh, fuck. In our ostrich class. We have it sprite. New quad. We save it as sprite. So what kind of soda does a pterodactyl drink? And then we got to figure out all this crap. One for the offset of the frame one, but actually, I think I'm just going to do 0. We're going to have to do that. Override it somewhere. The update function. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, let's look at our quad arguments, I guess. It needs a x, a y, a width and a height, and then a dimensions, and x and width of the source atlas. So self width, self height. Actually, yeah, we can just quote all this. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we'll need a couple more variables for our animation system. I guess for now, shit. Yeah, I guess we're gonna set viewport on the pterodactyl sprite in our update function so that we can just draw the pterodactyl to the screen. So we're gonna say set viewport, and we're setting our viewport to 1 pixel at the very top, 1 pixel left, and then still at the very top, and then see what the other arguments are for the set viewport. Self width, self height, Okay. So if we're setting the viewport there in the update function, then can we say love.graphics.draw? The thing we're drawing is, how do we do this? It's the atlas, so self.atlas. Then it's the viewport, which is our self.pterodactyl sprite. And then it's X and Y. If we want to draw it, I just want to draw it right in the middle of the screen so we can see it. So the X is going to be here, divided by 2. It won't be in the perfect center, but we just want it to be close. Then we double check that the first argument is an atlas. In the draw function, we're drawing self safety atlas or the self atlas sprite XY. Okay, then we need the 0, 1, 1, the rotation, and then the scale, because we need to flip it if it's faced the other direction. So we can just add that. So now we need to do a couple more things. I'm just trying to get the pterodactyl frame 1 sprite drawn in the center of the screen for now. So what we need to do is go to our play state, and in our update function, we need to, not our render function, in our update function, we need to update our ostrich instantiation, which we need one. So in our play state, we'll give ourselves a, I'm just going to call it monster. I don't know. Self.monster for right now. I want to say self.monster gets an instantiation of a pterodactyl object. Come on. And that pterodactyl needs an X and a Y, and that X and Y. Oh, and you know what? Yeah, we can, in our pterodactyl class, instead of drawing it at 1 and 0, no, that's right, that's right. Instead of drawing it, oh, well, yeah, okay, this is okay. I'll just have to, I'll put in the same quotes here. X is here, Y is this. We'll need to change this so it's at self.x, self.y, but for right now we're just trying to see if we can get it drawn on the screen. So we have a monster field in our play state that is an instantiation of a pterodactyl with an X and a Y. Now in our update function, we need to update our pterodactyl, which is a self.monster. So we're going to say self.monster update with delta time. And then we need to render this as well. And we'll render it just here at the bottom. We'll say self.monster render. Now, if everything goes according to plan, we might have a pterodactyl on screen. We do not. I put it at the very end there, so it should, order of operations should to draw it last. So something's going on here. We've got a pterodactyl instantiation. We've got our draw.atlas. And our atlas is the pterodactyl atlas, which is here. Okay. Then our quad is a pterodactyl sprite. Pterodactyl sprite. And here. I don't know why it's not drawn. Well, there we go. It's drawn now. So 0 on the rotation. Okay, whatever. We don't need that just yet. But we've got a pterodactyl on screen, boyos. Look at that. Cool, man. So we need to work on the animation system and get that flapping at the right speed. And then the, oh, did you see that? Do you see how it changed colors there? So before we render that puppy, we need to set its color to white. So we're in our pterodactyl class and we're setting the color to pure white. All RGB values are 255 plus its alpha. Now that shouldn't change color anymore, and then let us, I guess we'll try to do the animation. So we need a FPS to control the rate. We need a timer to signal changing of viewports. Let's take a look how we do it in Ostrich. You know, we have a frame count. Let's see. I'm gonna control find a set viewport because that'll be all the animation stuff. So here we go. So we need a frame, we need a total frames. And then what we do, X offset is changing the viewport. So I guess let's just try it. We'll do a set viewport by an X offset, and the X offset is the current frame. God damn it. Look how messy that is. It's because of the 1 pixel offset that we need to reduce the artifacts when we're cycling through the images so fast. I gotta get going soon. So look, we have look at this. FPS gets absolute value of dx times 0.42 minus absolute value of your dx divided by 20 minus 0.15. All of that code is changing the rate of which our ostrich's frames are changing depending on our speed. So if we're walking real slow, it walks real slow. And then if we're walking real fast, it cycles through the pictures real fast. So the times 4.2 and then the minus times 4.2 is like, that's just the random ass numbers I had to figure out to put in there to try to get it the right speed, the appropriate speed according to my eyes or whatever. So that's why that's so ugly. Our pterodactyl should be much simpler. We're just gonna be changing the viewport depending on the frame. Yeah. Gosh. Okay. Well, I don't think I'm gonna figure out the animation just yet for that. I've got to get ready to go pick up Andy, and I just don't want to be rushing. So the good news is we've got pterodactyl class. We've got the pterodactyl with our color scheme made and rendering, which is good. We just have to start to give it the animation cycle and then the movement and the AI and then the collision detection and then the proper timing, because it only comes out if you haven't killed a vulture in the past like 20 seconds or something. So we'll have to do that. But we got a pterodactyl on screen, which is looking sweet. I'm happy about that. Yeah. I was hoping we'd get it working, and I was hoping I was going to get more done today. I had a lot going on today and didn't get coding for a while. But next episode we're going to be continuing to do pterodactyl stuff, so that should be fun. If we take a look at our git diff here, we added the new atlas, we required the new class, we instantiated a pterodactyl, we updated it, we rendered it, and then we wrote the whole class. So I don't really see where it says we add the class, but let me do a git add all commit with a message saying added pterodactyl class, render to screen, and then no animation yet. And then there you see we added two things, a picture of a pterodactyl atlas and a pterodactyl class. So it did add those things, and then we'll push it to our origin main, and it looks like it's working. So yeah, episode 100, we got a pterodactyl on screen, not quite working just yet, but we'll continue making progress. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you tomorrow.